With the tough economy, many people are perhaps thinking about downsizing from a house to an apartment, but the real challenge for you may be actually selling your home. And if that time has finally come for you, how can you make it a smooth transition? To answer that question, Chris Schilling from Turbo Realty is here this morning. Chris, we always talk about timing in the real estate market. Is now a good time to sell your home?
You know, it's always a good time to put it on the market. And so if you look at the historical data as far as like how homes are selling during the course of the year, you would think that there's a big crescendo during the summer months as people are moving around because of schools. But in Texas, we have such a transient population because of the energy business and their medical center that it's actually pretty flat all the way across. In fact, we see a little uptick in November and December as kind of companies move people around during the holidays. So it's actually a very good time to sell. People are trying to get those last purchases in order to qualify for their exemptions for the homestead so that you can get a little break on your taxes. So if you close by December the 31st, you can save about 15%.
At the same time, there's a lot of inventory out there right now, meaning it's more competitive if you want to try to sell your home because there's more out there, isn't it?
Yes and no. So,
really?
so there is more inventory depending on the areas. If you look, closer in, as you get inside the loop, there's less inventory, and so it's a little more competitive market for the buyers. Right. And as you move a little further out towards the suburb markets, the builders are still building that inventory, and so there is inventory in these pockets that will cause it a little bit tougher for the sellers in these markets.
So what do you need to do to make your house stand out?
The biggest thing is price. So if you look at the four things that help you sell a home, it's location, and you can't change that once you've already picked it. It's price, condition. So if you want to realize the best price for your home, you're going to really need to make sure that that carpet's done, that the painting's done, that all those improvements to the home are really making it look good so it's appealing to our buyers today, and then price the darn thing right.
Yeah, there are those basic things, and we've talked about this a lot in the past.
You bet.
I mean, the carpet and the paint the walls. I mean, nobody wants to walk into a home and look at all the work that they're going to have to do.
And it's amazing. So a lot of times our sellers will say, well, we'll just go ahead and give them a discount for that. But I'm here to tell you, people like my wife, whenever she looks at a home, she'll go in, and if it's dirty or dingy, she won't even consider it. She'll go ahead and discount that property and won't even make an offer on it.
What are some surefire things not to do?
The real thing that you need to not do is don't overprice it. In this market, we'll see homes that are overpriced by 10, 15, 20%. People are looking at what their homes used to be worth as opposed to what they're worth today. And so you can't go into it based on what it is that you owe on it, how much you've got on your credit cards, how much it's going to cost you to buy the next home that you want. You have to price it based on what the market is for the neighborhood that you're in.
Do bonuses to buyers agents work?
Absolutely. So what happens is that, with agents, they may not force you to buy that particular property because of a bonus. I mean, that's a misnomer. But what will happen is that if you've got a limited amount of time to show properties to a customer, and there's 10 properties in that neighborhood to show, and you've got time to show 5, if one of them has a bonus on it, that one makes the cut. And so it may not mean that the buyer's going to buy that property, but it does increase the likelihood that it's going to get shown. And if it gets shown more times, it increases the chances that you're going to get an offer on it. So bonuses work.
Good stuff as always. Bonus having you here today, Chris. Thanks for the time.
Thanks so much.